Hey everybody, Laughing Boy here with another opening of some boxes I got from Salute the other day, yesterday. If you want to check out all the other things I've got, just go back a video or two and you'll see all of the swag I brought back from Salute 2019. But this is some expansions for Dark Souls, the board game. So I have the Asylum Demon expansion and I have the Darkroot expansion. So I can show those to you here. Now, we love the Dark Souls board game in this house, we play it all the time. We already have the Gaping Dragon expansion, so when I saw these there, I thought why not pick them up to add to the ever-growing Dark Souls universe that we have in board game form. So I figured I'll just open them. So let's do that, shall we? I'll jump into, let's go with the Asylum Demon first, shall we? So I'll move this one out of the way. Wrapping. There we go. So we have the. I'll jump to this camera here so you can see something a bit more interesting. I'll go to here. So we have the Dark Souls book, just the expansion manual. Nice and easy to go through. You've got the health tracker for the Asylum Demon, and by the looks of it, he has 34 down there, 34 hit points, and goes into heat up mode at 16. Nice. Don't know what those circular floor tiles are for, but I'm sure we'll find out when we look at the game. Then he'll have his own actual tile. Bosses tend to have their own unique tile to represent the room you might find them in. This one's double-sided. If I lift this up and show you. Here we go. And if you're familiar with the game, you know these nodes mean various things, like where enemies are going to spawn when you enter the rooms, where there might be traps, or where you might stand when you come into a room. As you can see, it's double-sided, really nice quality, great details on the actual boards. Yeah, it folds away nicely. And then we get to the actual miniature itself. So let me put this down and I'll bring this out. My son's sitting across from me over here. Put your hand up here, James. So that's all right. Oh no, they won't be able to see you. I'll put you on this camera, ready? Give us a wave, James. Yay. Hey. So as soon as I said there's a miniature coming out, he instantly turned around and was like, "Oh, I want to see the miniature." So these are just the cards. So you've got loot cards that might come out of the actual when you've killed the monster, and then you've got the cards which has the movement deck and attack deck of the actual boss. So let's get him out. So this is the Asylum Demon. Oh, he would be sellotaped in, and I've not brought a knife over with me. That's all right. I can use my fingers.
Yeah, and so.
It does. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. Right?
Yeah.
And here he is. You can see him in there. Some assembly required. His tail is just a piece to add in there, so I'll glue it in and prime it. But normally they slide in fairly nicely. Not much assembly is required. So there he is. So that's the Asylum Demon.
That's insane.
Looking pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
With this big old club. I wonder if I get a better picture of him on the other camera. Let me do this and then show people on here. So you can see how big it is in my hand. He looks pretty cool. Big old club. I'm sure those of you familiar with the video game have probably come across this guy and defeated him. I've only just started playing the actual video game and finding it very tough. I've yet to come across this guy, which is probably a good thing. So there we go. So I'll put his towel back in there because I'm not ready to use him yet. I'll put him back in his box. Get back in your box, buddy. So it's same quality as the others from Dark Souls, so really happy with that. They've kept the quality up. The miniatures in the Dark Souls game, I think, are really good for what they are. They're board game pieces. So next we'll go with the Darkroot expansion. So we'll go with this. And again, can I find a weak point? No, unless I use my teeth. There we go. I should remember to bring a marker bin next time. So we're going to open this up. I'll switch to the other camera. So same affair as before. It's a Darkroot expansion. So this will probably be part of, yes, so straight away if I go to the back of the book, if I'd looked at the other one, it'll tell you what the actual campaign is. So you can often run these games as one-shots, or you can do the campaign. And there's the two bosses. Now I'm going to get his name wrong. It's Artorias and the Great Grey Wolf. The Grey Wolf looks like he has 36 hit points. Jeez. I look forward to dying to him a lot. And the other guy has got 25. So there we go. Well, I might be wrong actually. Maybe the other way around. It doesn't actually say on the health, but I'm going to assume they're above and below each other. So that's where they come from. Right, you've got their decks. So you've got their movement cards. And what their attacks are going to be. You've then got a whole item deck here of not only the encounter cards, which determine what's going to appear when you actually go into a room, but also I can tell on the back here, these are item cards for when you actually kill one of the bosses, if you manage to do so. Okay, cool. So next up we've got a whole tray of miniatures. Are these stuck down like the other ones? Yes, they are. James is on his way over again to see a whole tray of miniatures. So I'll hold it up to the camera first so you can see them, and then we'll do a close-up view in a second. So I like this expansion because it came with a whole bunch. It was between this and one of the other dragons, but I figured I already had a dragon. So let me grab the camera whilst James pillages through the.
They look very deadly.
They do, yeah. So let's go for the money shot first of all with the big wolf guy. This is
How is he holding a sword?
I don't know.
No.
Now I think there was a story to him about this being his master's. You know, his owner. He protects his grave or something, and that's his master's sword, and therefore he comes after you. I think I don't know too much about it, but I think in the game there is a choice whether you want to fight him or not. You don't have to kill him in the game. I think there's extra bonuses if you do, or something will happen. So there's him. I don't know what these are. Some little. I'd love to hear in the comments where these guys come from. Little mushroom guys. I don't know if you're going to have to fight these in the game or whether they're help.
I doubt they will help.
Yeah, I probably doubt they are helpful, but they look pretty cute, so
yeah.
You never know. Anyway, so you've got mushroom guys in there. I'll grab this and we'll do a bit of a look around the box. So we've got these kind of cool looking knights. These kind of what look like tree folk. Yeah. More sort of big guard knights with huge, you know, hammers. Oh no, they are sort of stone axes. These kind of skeletal pitchfork guys. And I'm assuming this is the other boss. This is the boss. So this is the boss with his sword before the wolf picks it up, I assume. This is exactly the same sword. There's a little bit of a bend in it, but that's easily solved with some warm water. I have painted the entire Dark Souls set that I got from the original Kickstarter. I did it in a very stylized manner, much like the video game. So it didn't take long to paint up, to be honest. So I'm going to pretty much do the same with these guys. I'll look at how they look in the game, and I'll pretty much copy that. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I like this box. I'm looking forward to fighting that wolf at some point. It will probably tear our heads off.
Yeah.
We used to that in Dark Souls, James.
It's a normal now.
Much like the video game, you have to be okay with the fact that the board game can also kill you quite quickly if you don't sort of, you know, level your character up. What have I done wrong? Oh, I've got these cards in the wrong bit. So that's that. That's the two expansions for Dark Souls. Really happy with them both. You know, I can always get the other one if I fancied it, but we've now got a pretty good range of the Dark Souls sets in both Darkroot, and I don't know if I showed that up close, but that was the box art for the Asylum Demon. I'm very happy with those. And that's that. So, thanks very much. If you've got any questions about Dark Souls, jump in and ask into the comments. I'll put some links to my various things that I do, like Twitch streaming. Happy to see anyone come along and do that. We'll also do Let's Plays of Dark Souls. I don't think we've done one of it yet, although we've played it many times, so maybe we'll jump into one of these new levels and have a go at taking on one of these monsters in a one-off for Dark Souls and video it for everybody. It's a great game if you've not played it. If you get a chance to pick it up, I highly recommend it. Right, thanks all. I shall see you next time. Bye-bye.